baby.
Let me see the hands of how many people in the audience today like sports. Now let me see all the hands of the people in the audience today like football. Well, I like football too, a lot. There have been many great athletes in the world, but today I'm going to tell you about one, Broadway Joe Namath of the New York Jets. Namath was born May 31st, 1943 in Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania. Growing up, Joe played many sports, including football, baseball, and basketball. After graduating high school, there were several offers from professional baseball teams, such as the Yankees, Mets, and Pirates. Namath was interested in those teams and wanted to sign to play baseball, but his mother had different plans and wanted him to get a college education. Eventually, Joe Namath landed at the University of Alabama. In 1962, he became the quarterback for the Alabama Crimson Tide football team. In the next 3 seasons, Joe led his team 29-4 record. In the 1964 season, he led them to win the national title. Listen to this cool statement. Joe's college coach, the famous Bear Bryant, said, "He's the best athlete I've ever coached." After college, Joe was selected to play quarterback by the New York Jets. The flamboyant Namath mixed with his movie star looks and being surrounded by the city gave him his title, Broadway Joe Namath. Number 12 went on to become a 4-time American League All-Star. But in 1969, he was to accomplish his greatest achievement. This is when Joe Namath and the New York Jets found themselves in the 3rd World Championship against the mighty Baltimore Colts. The Colts were favored by everyone, even the television stations and newspapers already labeled them the champs. This irritated Joe and the Jets so much that at a press conference the week of the big game, Joe shouted out, "We're going to win, I guarantee." That statement was very bold and laughed at by most. The only ones not laughing were Joe's teammates. They were concerned that Joe stepped over the line, and then it was game time. The Jets took field. Namath caught fire quickly. He threw it to the left. He threw it to the right. He threw it over the middle, hitting all receivers. When the final seconds ticked off the clock, the scoreboard read Jets 16, Colts 7. It was official that Broadway Joe and the Jets were Super Bowl champs. Joe was voted most valuable player of the game. Although the Colts were an 18-point favorite to win, Joe backed up his now famous prediction, and on that day, the Jets were the best in the world. Later in Joe's career, he had numerous knee injuries. It was even rumored that during halftime, the doctors would actually drain fluid from his knee before he would go back on the field for the second half. Today, Joe is 69 and still hangs around the Jets football team and is a favorite amongst NFL. And in closing, I would like to mention that there have been many great athletes in this world. But for me, my dad, my Uncle Stephen, Joe Namath will always be number 1. Thank you all.